And going straight into it this afternoon, the Lagos State government has announced a ban on the usage and distribution of styrofoam and other single-use plastics in the state with immediate effect. This was announced by the Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources in the person of Tokubo Wahab in a statement he personally signed yesterday, Sunday, the 21st of January. Now, according to the Commissioner, the decision was reached following the menace the single-use plastics, especially the non-biodegradable styrofoam, was causing on the environment. He added that most drainage channels in the state are daily clogged up by these styrofoam plastics through its indiscriminate distribution and usage. Despite the regular cleaning and evacuation of the drains with humongous amounts, he reiterated that the larger chunk of littering across major roads and markets, which Loma contends with daily, is made up of styrofoam. Now, the commissioner added that the state government cannot fold its hands and watch the continued desecration of its environment, especially for a coastal city such as Lagos. All right, so he has subsequently directed officials of Loma and the Kick Against Indiscipline Kai to immediately commence the implementation of the ban. Now, the commissioner also quoted sections of, the law that actually bans the use of single-use plastic within Lagos State. The law has been there, it's just that it was never enforced, but it is time now. And he also mentioned the fact that tens of millions of naira is spent every day to clear up the drainages in the state, but then it looks like nothing is being done. All right, despite the $2 billion recycling industry in Nigeria, Lagos continues to battle this menace. According to reports, Lagos State produces about 870,000 tons of plastic garbage annually, and despite all of the government efforts to address this threat of plastic pollution, all of the investments put together, to find a solution, this environmental problem just will not go away. Now, since the announcement of this ban yesterday, a lot of comments, have trilled the news, and we brought it to the table. Let's look at it, gentlemen. How do you react to this banning of one-use plastics?
My mind more was on the fact that those items, when stored with food, either refrigerated or heated in the microwave, becomes carcinogenic. I.e., they are capable of making people have cancer. I thought that was the thinking, because for me, it's been a global campaign against all of that. The water bottle you put in your fridge, the styrofoam and all those nonsense you put your food, put it in the microwave, for your freezer for a long time, bring it down, throw it in the microwave. Those things they kill gradually. Some of them affect the liver, the kidney, and of course the other organs as well. But here, we pay very little attention to our health. And that, for me, should have been an additional reason for the ban. While it is true that we generate a lot of waste, I don't know, it will take a long time to effect this ban and make it effective. Why? There is no alternative. And that's the thing. There is no alternative. Without any intent to be modest, I have lived abroad in several countries. They serve with paper. Even all the global brands that you see, fast food joints, they serve with paper. So what we are seeing now is an adverse consequence of unscrupulous businessmen who went abroad and brought all of these machines. We had plastics going on, but not in this fashion. And you can see that they are so light. Even these days, the water bottles are so light that if you hit them too hard, they easily get busted. That will show you that so much has been done to reduce the quality of what we have been given. So I support the government, but my thinking is, how can it be effected? That the law now, then how speedily, can people be made to understand these things? That's why I'm saying they should add
the health implications as well.
So
okay.
if they do that, maybe.
Thank you, Ari. Mr. Ezekama, what's your reaction to this ban?
There's no health implication in this, and all this is causing cancer, this is causing that. Everything causes something one way or the other. And we will all one day die. If God doesn't want us to die.
So we might just as well.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
If
I just
God
needed to be clear.
us to die, then He would have taken all these factors that cause human death. Okay, they remain with us no matter how much we try. But the concern here is not with health. The concern is about waste management.
The environment.
The waste management issue is a failure on the part of the state government. It involves two things: discipline and responsible disposal of waste by the individual. Secondly, the government's ability to manage waste. There's been a failure on both sides, and I blame the failures on the government. Walk the streets of Lagos. I cannot drop anything on the street. But even when you drink a bottle of Coke and want to dispose
soda,
soda, bottle
fizzy
of soda,
drinks,
soft drink.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Go
ahead, sir.
I want to dispose it somewhere. You do not see trash cans in public places. And whose responsibility is it to put in dustbin or trash cans? The government. So the government is failing in that regard. There's not been mass education as do not litter the street. But even if you educate the masses and they resolve not to litter the street, when you dispose these things, the government has made no provision in that respect. Okay, to my opinion. Okay,
let him finish now. Let him finish.
Every year, Lagos is flooded. Some of the floodings look so unnecessary. Drive along Okwebi Road, Oregu Road. It's flooded every year as it rains. What does it take to unclog canals? It's not rocket scientist. Anybody can do it. So it's irresponsibility on the part of the government. And now to come, these things are used across the world, but we don't see them clogging the streets as in Nigeria. So now to make laws, the government make laws as though they drop from the moon. This their impetuousness without thinking, as though they are an occupying, a colonial or apartheid government. Think of the effect. What of the manufacturers, the laborers, the market, the
investment.
The investment, the marketers, those that sell them, those that use them. It's something you say, we give you 1 year.
Or maybe the loss of jobs that could follow this. Okay.
Yes. So we give you 1 year to phase this out. It will be a gradual process, not with immediate effect. We are not under military rule, but even the soldiers were more considerate in some respect.
All right, so you have an issue with the ban.
The ban in the first place is wrong.
Okay.
The approach, I disagree with the approach. They do things without care. Let them go back to their drawing board and worry about how to stop flooding in Lagos. It's so reoccurring, and people die from these things.
Thank you, Mr. Ezekama. Thank you so much.
Perhaps we are not around when Marwa introduced twin beans in Lagos. They were calling them Marwa's Ibeji beans. They were everywhere. Lagosians destroyed them. Lagosians removed some of them and took them to their private premises to do whatever.
These are criminal acts.
I mean,
the average Lagosian is not a criminal. The average Lagosian, we have.
Can we stay on the issue?
Yes.
We have pickpockets in the market, but the average man in the market is not a pickpocket. So because there are pickpockets in the market,
you don't need to close down the market because they are so.
All right, gentlemen, let's maintain decorum at the table.
It is wrong to say that government did
not do anything. That's what you're saying. Okay.
People remove them.
All right. Thank you, all right.
It was Ezekama's time. Let him express himself.
Are we good now? Thank you, gentlemen. I want to hear.
That is failing in law enforcement.
You see.
Go ahead.
I want to make an analogy. All right. Please pardon me to use this. Still, all of these government issues, waking up in the morning to ban something without telling people. It's just like somebody waking up to say there is no government. I remember these issues, when you sent me this topic yesterday, I look at it and say, this issue is just like an issue of cigarettes. Nobody believed that you can stop people from smoking cigarette in an airplane. Nobody believed it. When the war started, it is a gradual process. Gradual process. The government of the world didn't wake up to ban cigarettes, say you cannot smoke. So why did the Lagos State government say that all the manufacturers of this, what do we call it? All these styrofoam. Because styrofoams are different from PET. Now, let us be very factual. In all of those things that the World Bank show us, 90% of them are PET bottles used for water, used for soft drink, used for other things. Styrofoam, if it stays in a place for a long time, it can melt away. I'm coming, sir. Please allow me, when you were speaking, sir, I didn't intervene.
Go ahead, I'm here, go ahead.
So at the end of the day, yes, this thing constitutes a menace to the environment. We are aware of it. But can we stop using it?
Overnight.
Can we stop using it? Can government stop using it? If they stop using it, first of all, if you even come to the point of saying you are going to introduce, you are going to ban PET bottle, and again, let me correct one impression. When you see the PET bottle that are lighter now, is as a result of the standard, because the thick one were very difficult to recycle. So they asked them to do a lighter so that they can recycle it, and that's why you see some of them are very soft now. Even when you are drinking water, they are melting away in your hand. So what am I saying in the essence is that the government wake up and said, with immediate effect, you ban the manufacturing of these things. You didn't consider those who have put on so much money in it, the employment they have created, the value chain. Most of the party we go today, they don't bring plates. You can't carry the normal plate to the party. So that's what they are using. People say, please, I want to take away. They don't want to eat there. I want to take away. What are you going to use in giving them take away? So have you considered those economies that thing has created? Now, like Ezukamba said, if you wake up and say, okay, we are going to phase out this, please, before you do it, in every cellophane bag, every cellophane, this thing that you manufacture, you must put out to dispose it, like they do in cigarettes. They will let you know that cigarette is dangerous to your lungs. It will kill you. So if you choose to smoke, that is not, it's not on the government anymore. So the government has done their own bit by telling you that this thing kills. So every party people that are doing party, you will send your supervisors there, like Kai, to ensure that they dispose them well and tell them, from this time to this time, if you don't stop using it or get an innovation, because you cannot kill something without giving them the better option. You cannot. So, alternative. So at the end of the day, you do that. Well, like Ezukama said, we are all affected by it. The commissioner didn't tell us by the banning of this thing, we are going to reduce the level of flooding in Lagos by 6%. But if you come out and tell us that, I will know that this is the reason why the Lagos is flooded every year. Now, you just release a statement, you don't give us example and say, if we don't use this thing, from this time to this time, we will reduce flooding in Lagos to this time. These are the things that we talk about, people in government being responsible or responsive. So at the end of the day, just issue a press release, another ask people to stop producing. You didn't put them into consideration. You didn't have a meeting with them. You didn't tell them what they are going to do. You just, as a government, in your IOS, issue a statement. Right, well, so at the end of the day, patient, let me finish. At the end of the day, we understand that, yes, this thing causes serious problem to the environment. But it is the duty of the government to bend over backward a little bit to see how can they do it. If you ban it completely, will people starve to death? If you ban it gradually, can they still be in business and begin to look for a way on other things to do? Thank you.
All right, so yes, it's not really about the ban. It is the modalities.
For me, it's the ban,
the ban and the
style of the ban and the modalities.
But there are countries that don't actually encourage the use of styrofoam. The world over, it's not just like, in fact, in some countries you cannot buy as little as chewing gum. Yes, in Singapore you can't.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because there are
they selling it
for
issues that have to do with environmental health. Yes, Mr. Izukama.
The Prime Minister of Singapore went to the US and saw people chewing gum and spitting in the street. So he went back and said, this chewing gum and spitting in the street, we will not tolerate it. That's it. But chewing gum.
Mr. Izukama.
Yes.
Hello.
Mr. Izukama.
From what you have said, can't you see the environmental nuisance
of chewing gum?
Thank you, sir.
You can comfortably do without chewing gum. Can you comfortably overnight do without styrofoam?
Yes, I can.
You can.
Yes.
What of the investment, the manufacturer, the level, the workers, the chain? What do you?
The value chain.
The value chain and all that.
The economic value chain.
Lose their jobs.
Hello. You must understand these things. Those who sat somewhere took that decision. They must have looked at the variables. Now look at it very globally, not from one myopic prism. Bang, bang, bang. You look at the wider consequences.
Supposedly.
Anyhow. So talking of governance, it's not like before. Now, any decision taken by any government at whatever level, before you know, it's on the internet. And reactions will be coming in droves from across the world, not just from Lagos alone. That's why you will know that decision making now or coming out to say don't do or do this, you must have your deep thinking. Because what you didn't bargain for will come your way. The reality that these things have become nuisance. There's a canal in Obalende. If you ever go to that place, perhaps the picture that will confront you will give you what will have led to all of this. I can understand that people who work in those companies, but the same way that people work in cigarette making factories and they are compelled to write that smokers are liable to die young. It's not the same thing. It was human rights activism that didn't allow total ban of cigarette smoking, considering the danger to which smoking puts human lives. In this case, at the altar of economic prosperity, can we now tolerate environmental nuisance in a way that more money was now being squandered? Let me not say expended now, okay, to keep the canals safe.
Excuse me. The canal you're referring to that looks repulsive, repugnant, is that way because the government failed to do its job. We pay taxes so they can keep the streets clean, so that they can clean the gutters.
Can I jump in at this point? That's what the government is saying, that they keep expending so much money in cleaning up, but then people are, still continue to dispose of these things indiscriminately. That's what the government is saying.
Because the government has the government
submission. You talk of irresponsible citizenship
and irresponsible leadership. The masses follow. It is bad leadership that is our problem, not bad followership.
I still remember I still remember not this current guy. I still remember this kick against indiscipline of Major General Muhammadu Buhari as at that time. That people in Lagos that they used to be very how do I put it now, very coordinated. That all of a sudden they kick against the discipline, people in Lagos started queuing for buses.
No more fighting.
Nobody come and jump queue. The people that are on the queue will tell you, go back to where you are coming from. See, government is continuum. Government is not just I do something today and forget about it. I know where he talked about in Obalele. I know where he talks about. There are things people are selling there. That place is a place where is a terminal where you can get a bus from there to any place in Lagos. And there are a lot of people that are selling these pet bottle drinks over there. And commuters, the moment they drink, they let it go, they drop it. People are there. What is the government doing? They have a local government there. What is the government doing? If you build this what is it called, these nets around it, nobody will sit down and throw that thing onto that place. And you have people on the road, government have people on the road sweeping every morning. When they sweep those things, where are they taking it to? What are they taking? No, I'm saying, why are they taking
please.
it? No, listen, that's what I'm saying. They are no, please wait, they are no strategic. There was a time during Fashola, he created this street bin where you can walk away and drop something in. People were doing it. All of a sudden, those things disappear.
Yes.
So, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to put it there and stay for 9 years? What you're supposed to do? The government people go there, the one that is not working again, you pick it. When somebody takes it, you replace it. When you keep replacing it, people will stop taking it.
Then why do I say they put it in the canal? Those days I used to go for my early morning walk, and as I do that, I see people sweeping the street. And I've watched these guys sweep the street and
sweep it into the gutter.
So one day I stood to challenge them. They were very apologetic. The next time I challenged them, they became angry. They made trouble with me. I saw a woman just by Awolowo Road doing the same thing. I challenged her. The woman lost her temper.
Those people you challenged, were they government officials?
Of
Yes.
course, sweeping the street.
into Loma.
But their supervisors were nowhere to be found.
Okay.
They were not being directed by anyone. I saw a woman on Awolowo Road, here in Ikeja, doing the same thing. She lost her temper. Who are you to question me? Moreover, I can sweep them in and scoop them out. How does it concern you? That's what But you were talking about government policies being well thought out, being well, being in response to the welfare of the people. If that's the if those are the standards that have over the years guided our governments in their decision making, is Nigeria going to be at this state? Is that refusal to think things out? Is that refusal to consider the welfare of the people that have brought us to this point? And it's continuing.
Thank you.
Please continue.
20 seconds, sorry.
Let me sign off
Yes.
on this thing. I told you that there was no alternative
To
this ban. For me, it's not that weakens the ban. Government should have thought of offering an alternative. I said that earlier. You see,
They did?
no, there is no alternative. I said it.
There's no alternative.
There's no
They
alternative.
did.
Which alternative?
The commissioner is telling consumers to
Put a bar and soup in paper.
to boycott styrofoam packs and this single-use plastics and imbibe the practice of using reusable food containers and water bottles for their food and drink.
Where are they? Where are they reusable?
You can buy them in the market. It's for your personal use.
The cost now comes in.
Actually,
The cost of those ones will throw away whatever profit, whether the producer or the food seller had in mind before going to business. So they should have rather looked for, like I said, all the time I bought things in McDonald's, they were putting paper.
that's their own food now. You cannot put a bar and soup in paper now.
No, nobody is here.
So you want to go and buy burger, and you say they should put it in the cellophane for you. So you want to in paper bag. How do you eat it?
You have a point, though. We can't put Eba and okra soup in paper. That's true. It's not peculiar. That's true, though. Yes, he is. I agree completely. I do.
Because all of these things.
All right. You know, I'm not surprised. You know, we are also heated up on this issue. That is also the mood on social media regarding this ban. Even though the commissioner is saying there's no going back on this ban, because according to him, they are taking the present action relying on several enabling laws and regulations, such as the National Environmental Sanitation and Waste Control Regulation of 2009, which was established pursuant to the Nesria Act that prohibited and specifically banned single-use plastic in the country, but has not been enforced. Now, other laws, according to the commissioner, include the 2017 State Environmental Management and Protection Law, which states under section 56, subsection 1 and Y, prevent, stop, or discontinue any activity or omission which is likely to cause harm or has caused harm to human health or the environment. Okay, so the commissioner is advising producers, distributors, and even end users, that's you and I, of these styrofoam packs, to take this ban seriously and find alternatives. All right, or you might risk heavy fines and other penalties, including sealing up of the properties or the premises of those who are manufacturing this. And also, they are saying that they could, you could also be made to bear the cost of daily cleanup of, you know, the sparks from our roads and drainage canals, which runs into tens of millions of naira every day.
Why is the commissioner not focusing on the PET bottle too? The PET bottle is the problem that we have. If this one that you show me now, they are not every day. It's only in parties or when you go to a place and you fast food place and you don't want to.
Every day.
PET bottle. What I am telling you, what they show me.
You walk around Ipodo, Ikeja. No. You see the styrofoam packs everywhere. Yes, Ipodo. It's true though. All the gutters and drainages. I'm serious. This takeaway packs. They're everywhere. I buy food in them too. I'm not saying I don't use them, but really, if you look around Lagos, it's a lot.
Even on Turbulent Bridge, when there is traffic, the boys come selling water, they come selling chips, they come selling all this,
selling everything.
So you know, what I'm trying to let all understand is that the people also have to wake up and understand.
And be responsible.
We can't all. When you say government the woman you said was sweeping sand into the gutter, she was employed. Excuse me. When you say, you see, I don't understand how you see government. The government that I mean, my thinking of government is not my lady master who will go about with a cane looking for errand pupils. No, we should be looking at getting people to have that consciousness that I am paid to do a job. And I do it well.
Whether I'm being supervised or not.
The people need to be directed.
We're not talking to children. These are not kids. These are old.
All right, gentlemen, let's not overstretch this issue. But you did make a valid point, Mr. Zukama. The fact that, I mean, it's very noticeable that there are no refuse bins around Lagos anymore. There used to be back in the days at intervals, you know, every subsistent government will always come up with these ideas, put bins here and there. At the end of the day, you don't see them anymore. All right, I'm just hearing they are being stolen. But whatever the thing is, we still need refuse bins, you know, in strategic points around the state. All right, a lot of times I've had to carry trash in my bag till I get home. All right, for a lot of people that might not be very convenient. Okay, so but you just eating and dumping it on the road or just throw it, please, we have to be responsible even as citizens. Let's do the right thing. All right, rain is falling, somebody will just carry a whole dustbin and just pour it inside the gutter. That one, is it government again? Let's do the right thing. Yes, is it? Or we need somebody to come and tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Let's do the right thing, people. Let's just do the right thing. People are just doing anyhow. That same person that is pouring dustbin inside the gutter, if you travel out now, will behave well. You won't do that. So this is our country. Let's not mess it up. Okay, so if you're a food seller, stay away from takeaway parts for now.
No. Patient, what you need to do is that carry your plate in your bag.
Carry your plate
in your house, and if it's convenient for you, because I know you have bought food in this office many times, and I don't see you carry your plate from your house in this place.
So what's your point exactly?
My point is that these are the things.
I just said
these are the things. These are the things. The government should reconsider the tiny.
From your house.
Listen, yes, even if it's that, my one is that government should relook at this banning thing and say, okay, the manufacturer, those guys who invested their hard-earned money, who borrow money from bank and put it in a business that they are doing, please, what we want you to do going forward is that, can you put how to dispose some of these things on your park, so that people can be, start with communication. Start with the communication.
It's always there.
For where?
Literally everything. Even the drinks in Tetra Packs.
I have never seen it.
It is. Even the one in Tetra Packs is there. Don't litter. And then people will
when they want to put it, they will go carry and put somewhere inside the then they say make somebody go to come.
Okay, guys, let's move ahead. Let's move on to something else. All right, so the ban, like I said, takes immediate effect. On my way to work this morning, I saw a woman that was shading styrofoam packs. I think, she still has them in dozens. She was just, I'm like, hey, yeah, what's going to happen to all these ones?
As for the manufacturers,
it is well.
Integrate their system to produce enduring plastics.
Let's wait and see. All right, there's always a good thing out of every bad situation. So let's wait and see. All right, let's